dirección inglesa. La pastilla se mantiene en la mitad. Muy bien posicionadas ambas escuadras.
Play in the middle. We're hoping that at some point through this game we might be able to bring you 2 separate commentary channels. I will be staying right on this channel to do an English commentary, and my colleague here will be going across to speak in Spanish for those of you watching in Colombia or in a different language. So we'll keep you up to date whether that's going to happen or not.
Muy buena recuperación de Ana Lucía Guevara, que la filtra y ahora es dominada por las inglesas. Buena finta, la inglesa, la capitana debe ser, y ahí se vuela, y hay una bola de Catalina Chica Pérez. Falta en contra de Colombia.
So these two teams met on the opening day of the World Championships. The score back then was Colombia 1, Great Britain 0. Colombia scoring about 5 minutes into the first half of that game and then just being able to hold out Great Britain. Great Britain seem to have improved a lot through this competition in terms of their execution at the advantage pucks, which they were not able to do in that game. Colombia have looked very dangerous though against New Zealand and Australia in previous games. Tell them you're going. So the Spanish stream has now started. So you get uninterrupted coverage of me. I don't know whether that's a good thing or a bad thing at this moment. One of the volunteers laughing at me, so he obviously thinks it's a bad thing. Referee just calls them back to the surface. Line is set and we are underway. So, play going to the far corner of the pool. Great Britain here trying to bring it off and drive on the 45 towards the goal. That's Sam Marlowe. Sam Marlowe gets the flick away, but it's stopped on the goal. But then it seems like it's been put in there by Alyssa Oates, the number 9 for Great Britain. Referee on the near side, Nathan Whelan from Australia, saying no goal. And Alyssa Oates put it in with her glove, as opposed to knocking it in with her stick on the first touch. We've got National Squads Manager of Great Britain there, Andrew Stillwell, watching over this girls. Very pleased that he's got 3 teams into the semi-finals. And here we go again. Colombia going away from their 5-metre line. Colombia's probably trying to stay inside the walls. So go down the central channel of the pool between those 2 black lines, which are spaced 5 metres apart. Stoppage in the play once again. And stick foul against the Colombians. This one will go in the favour of Great Britain. So we'll look where they're going to spot the puck first of all. Puck's going to be on about the 8-metre line. Colombia trying to break down the centre of the pool like they so commonly do, but there's a puck through and that finds, looks like Fiona Maynard on the swim there. Typical style to Fiona's swim that I recognise playing with her in Yorkshire. Alyssa Oates trying to see the play out to the wall, put the Colombians where they don't want to be. Number 10 Kim Moak shepherds them back inside towards the oncoming Diana Sorella. And Colombia just being able to drive here in numbers. Alyssa Oates making sure they don't come back centrally as Rachel Bell goes into the play. Lovely turn by Rachel Bell to then switch back inside and switch direction of the play. Really stretch out these Colombian defenders. Smart move there by Rachel Bell, just thinking that her girls have been tired after that drive and trying to get towards the subs bench, but the Colombians stopped her, but we have a foul. Great work by Great Britain on defences. Canadian referee and tournament chief referee Vero gives the foul in favour of Great Britain. Play continuing down underneath the Great Britain and Colombian subs benches now. And I've just got a thumbs up from the technician that our dual commentary system is working. Yay! Cut to the surface. Let's see what the foul is here. Not quite so clear at the moment. And it's going against Great Britain. Oh, 2 referees saying different things. One says this way, one says that way. Okay, so it is going against Great Britain. Colombia with the drive, trying to go straight through. No flick. Great Britain will be hoping to execute some of their advantage pucks later in the game. As we drive now, the puck moving towards the left goal, but we have a stoppage in the play. Advantage this time will be going to Great Britain. Don't be surprised if Great Britain come out of here, try and go on a 45, but we might also see Sophia Tapper use one of her enormous flicks or try and just dummy and try and go through the centre of these Colombians. I think it's more the former. Try and go to one side. There we go. There's the 45, followed by the 90-degree lateral. Just trying to make sure that the girls, stretch the Colombians. Don't allow them to get set and get those numbers behind the puck. Because the Colombians will go down, and they'll go down for a long time. But the more you keep them away from their subs bench, the tired they get. They're not able to recover quite as quickly as the girls. Puck playing up. And it's Fiona Maynard coming away with a puck, but we've got a stoppage in the play. Sorry, I just needed to move out of the way there of the technicians who are setting the names so that people can find the English commentary and the Spanish commentary. For those of you who don't know, we have Channel Español. If you just look for the match, then you should find that on the alternative feed. It is also in our comment section on the chat. What are referees for the game, Matt? We have Anton Williams from Australia. Great Britain with the central 45-degree drive, managing to knock the puck through. It's now the three forwards against the three defenders. It's in the melee. Great Britain just trying to force it through that little bit more. Great Britain already having one goal disallowed, not allowing the Colombians to break there. That's great work there on defence by Rachel Bell. Play seen out towards that far side, coming back into the middle. Great swim. Got to be careful though not to get cut out by these Colombians. Oh, and she just loses possession of the puck. She loses possession of the puck too. Manula Kale Aguendo. I don't know, Ben. I honestly don't know. I think the guys here would like it to be ideal, but to put in the man hours to be able to relocate the camera onto the other side of the pool and then not knowing whether they can flip the camera over to be able to, because otherwise you'll see Great Britain going from and then there's no guarantee that if we're, you'll see Great Britain swimming on a breakaway going from right to left, and then they'll go off screen, and then you'll flip the camera over, and it'll then go look as if they're going from left to right. So how are you meant to follow that if you're trying to watch the game? And also, one of the things that we've tried to establish here is we just take a timeout. What we've done is, because the stream was going down on one of them, we've got now one designated channel and a backup to that channel. That way we can make sure that everything is covered and we don't drop out of coverage as we have done in previous games. Great Britain here, just following a rest timeout, see Charlotte Cooper sent to the bin. So Great Britain are going to be defending with 5 here for the next minute. As you see, Argentine referee Bruno, the assistant, just go and make sure he stands by her and tells her when the best time to go is in the pool in this court. Court 2 chosen because of the good use of the buzzer and better video pictures. Stoppage on the play. And it's going to be advantage to Great Britain. Illegally advancing of the puck there by the Great Britain squad. Sorry, by the Colombian squad. And now we've got a timeout being signalled by Coach Tim Dale. He's just going to get his girls together, and he's going to be going along the lines of, just settle down. You were in control of this game. Don't get caught out by the breaks. We've got this procedure set up in place to cut these out. Let's make sure that we keep our heads. Okay, we've already had one goal. That's not phase itself. We proved it's possible to score, but don't do too much against it. So charging down. came off. So Great Britain just trying to stay down and using the Team GB there. And here we go. Great Britain advantage pucks. Ted's out. Where are they going? So a very stop-start game here in this first half. Sophia Tapper just trying to get one of the players to focus on something. And Columbia trying to bring 45 into the middle, try and execute their game plan of getting the bodies down and just offloading the puck and being able to roll past one another and drive further and further down to the edge of the pool. And here they go, they're executing that now, coming off the wall on a long angle. But Great Britain putting it underneath their own subs bin will reset here, try and get their own bodies down and execute their plan to. It looks like they're going to try and switch it around. Dangerous pass there, but we have a stoppage in the play. Columbia advantage puck, trying to force it into the centre, cut out well by GB. GB girls there, Alyssa Oates coming through into the centre, trying to push the puck forward. Not Alyssa Oates, that's Fiona Maynard. Fiona Maynard with the Brayers. Referee out the back. Veronique says illegally knocked down by the Colombians as they try to control the puck, and they'll be pushed back. Sergio, if you need, there is also a Spanish channel that's being broadcast. The link is further up in the comments section. Here we go as it comes out to this side wall. Looks like Claire Randall there just trying to force the puck down the wall, unable to do so. In came number 7, Rachel Bell. Anton Williams with the call, saying it's going to be a stick foul against Great Britain. Checks for a number. Nope, just looking for the spot of the puck, so no number given to the chief referee. And off we go again, number 11 for Columbia, trying to just go straight down the centre of the Great Britain defence. Great Britain holding very firm. Fiona Maynard just unable to find the right line to come down and get it there, trying to back tackle. Puck being forced through. Looking very dangerous drive for Columbia. And we've got a stoppage. This is unlikely to be a goal. Referee saying, yep, he's saying stick infringement foul by the Colombians, and this is going to be advantage to Great Britain. Great Britain really, really under pressure throughout the latter stages of this half. And the Colombians now signalling as if they want a timeout, and yes, it's being given. You can see Anton Williams there awarding the white timeout to the Colombian coach. Colombians doing this all the time, watching them in their games. They'll just take the time and they'll bob up and down and just replenish their breath and the holding system. Coach doesn't actually come in and talk to them. One of the only teams that actually act like this. No, quite agree, Matt. Unfortunately, there isn't much flow to this game. There was in the opening periods, and that was when Great Britain were able to capitalise. And hopefully we'll get back to that. Hopefully the referees, putting their mark on the game and saying we want this to be a clean game so you can all go out and play 6-on-6 hockey without all the stoppages. As we get underway once again, Sophia Tapper with the puck comes on a 45 drive, coming towards the wall. The flick goes wide. Flick finds, looks like Charlotte Cooper. Charlotte Cooper down the right side wall. No, it's not. It's Kim Mokes who brings it back, and it's a 45-degree off the wall. Sophia Tapper unable to get the large flick off that we're accustomed to seeing with her. But there's still Great Britain got the numbers down for this drive. It was Fiona Maynard crowded out there, and Anton Williams allowing the play to resume to a point where Fiona lost possession. Colombians had the numbers down, and now it's going to be a Great Britain advantage puck on just outside of 5 and 2, so this is 6, and it's a bit more central, so they're going to want to flick it out to the left here, Sophia Tapper. Colombians so quick out to that puck on the advantage pucks, just not allowing Sophia Tapper and Alyssa to get those flicks off. 55 seconds left in the first half. It's going to be another advantage puck to Great Britain after another stick foul. The Colombians really being desperate putting in these challenges, and the referee's saying there's still a bit of chance to get these, you know, that they're trying to play the puck, but we're going. Sophia Tapper's down. Gets the flick away this time, but it's stopped by the Colombians, and they try and break out of their own defensive end. Great timing by Rachel Bell to come down and neutralise that attack. 24 seconds left in the game. Great Britain have it now. Maybe one last chance before the half-time buzzer goes, but it's cut down well by Colombia. Great Britain aren't going to do too well beating these Colombians in 1s and 2s. They need to have a full team effort behind if they're going to have any chance of coming and breaking the score in this game. Again, we had a goal earlier on disallowed by Alyssa Oakes, who just rushed at the chance to put it in and knocked it in with her glove. That sees us to half-time. Crowd filling up for some of these later games, because we've following this match on these channels, we've got New Zealand versus South Africa in the other Ladies Elite semi-final. And then it's on to the men's division. Coming up first, we have New Zealand versus Turkey. That's two very different sides. One team that wants to move it around, and one team that wants to plonk it on the wall and hammer you with everything they've got. We can see Great British official Nathan Peel. We can see the men's masters team. We can see national squads manager Andrew Stillwell. Who else can we see in there? We've got Alain Leveux, who's gone out of his official shirt, and he's wearing his white GB top. And then as we go back, yeah, we're filling up with some Kiwis, some Belgian players, all coming to watch these elite games for the penultimate day at these championships. Colombians there at the back, standing up in the yellow shirts, giving us a wave. Thank you very much. Again, for anyone who understands Spanish on this channel and they would like to. Carol, to answer you, it's Maddie and Nikki Yates. Maddie and Nikki Yates are out. So yeah, anyone who speaks Spanish, if you scroll back up this stream, or you go out of this YouTube channel, or sorry, YouTube video, you'll be able to find our Spanish thread, so you can have coverage of this game completely in Spanish, and you don't have to put up with an annoying Yorkshireman. If you don't know where Yorkshire is, Google map it. So it's going to be late on in Great Britain, but don't forget, coming up later tonight, that final men's semi-final is Great Britain versus France. Sure to be a great contest after Great Britain having some close games in recent history. Last year at the World Championships, we had a draw between Great Britain, a narrow win between Great Britain and France, and then in the semi-final of that particular tournament, a 4-0 win for the Great Britain men. Here at this World Championships in the group round-robin game, Great Britain lost to France 1-0. Sterling defensive effort by the by the French team on defense. You can just see a shot of the Colombians here getting ready to go. We got 22 seconds before we're due to get back underway. And just so you know, I have corner cam. We'll cut to corner cam. Look at that. So if we need to, we can use corner cam. So 2 seconds ready to go, and here we are. Both teams coming off for the strike. Great Britain electing to go underwater, Colombia overwater. Great Britain are the ones who win there first. That's Alyssa Oakes who flicks it out laterally to the right-hand side as your picture as we go. Try and get down that back wall, try and spread the Colombians out, not really letting them get set. Tim Dale's had some opportunities to speak to his squad and reinforce his game plan. But we're off. No, unfortunately not, buddy. You're stuck with me. And this is going to be our first stoppage of the second half. Illegally advancing the puck, and is going to be a Colombian advantage. They're going to be in their own half. Great Britain push back to just after the halfway line, probably on their 10-metre line. As we go under, and Colombia bringing the puck to the middle. Electing to go across the play, well cut out there by Charlie Cooper. Surprising the Colombians were trying to get all the way to the far side. The slower of the two teams, the Colombians. A lot of pace in this Great Britain women's side. As we see Diana Thorella trying to just keep the drive alive for Great Britain. And there's Claire Randall. Now we see Diana Thorella recircling and coming back down, but it's well cut out there. Number 11 for Colombia having a great game, just managing to interrupt the Great Britain flow of the game. But illegally advanced down the wall initially by the Argentines, the Colombians, I'm getting so confused, by the Colombians, and we're going to go to an advantage puck, Great Britain. Puck just outside of the 5 and 2, 45-degree drive, maybe Great Britain try and spin it into the centre of the goal. Sophia Tapper, big flick, no, she decides to dummy. Driving towards this left side of the goal, Charlie Cooper tries to spin it back in, Diana Sorella, inside flick. Out to Rachel Bell on the edge of a tin, unable to get a flick off, but she keeps it in the centre of the pool, keeping the attacking momentum alive for Great Britain. Colombia clear it now to the far side, but Veronique has signalled it was breaking by the Colombians, and it's going to be a team warning for Colombia. Of course, CMAS rules. If you break, then it's... Oh. Now what's this? Have they already had a warning for breaking? Have we played through an advantage? No. Warning given to number 11. But CMAS rules state that it's a team warning for anyone that breaks the line. One of those so that you don't break. So puck placed on the centre, flicked forward by Sophia Tapper. Colombia trying to take it out to their defensive corner on the far side of the pool, nearest to their subs bin. Great Britain neutralise that and put it on their back wall, trying to come down the back wall. Great Britain need to be careful here not to give away a foul as Anton Williams plays an advantage at the back. He's got his eye on somebody, he's seen something. This is likely to be an advantage to Great Britain. Colombia not really going to be given an advantage deep in their own half, but I could be wrong. Just checking from the chief referee to see whose foul was first. And it seems like it's the referee on the far side of the pool. Looks like it's going to be another advantage to Great Britain. Shot just off of your picture. Nathan Whelan just saying what his foul was for, but it's a blocking and a stick foul, so different calls, but both going in the same direction as Great Britain. These referees most likely discussing, you know, what's the appropriate action that we should take. You know, we don't want this game to get out of hand. We've not had anybody sent out just yet. You can just see Alyssa Oates there, the centre up for Great Britain, number 9. On top of your picture, Kim Mokes behind her, and number 13, Sophia Tapper. Three-way substitution between Alyssa and Fiona Maynard. So Sophia's sitting in the centre at the moment, and Alyssa out to her right. Out to the left of Sophia is Sam Marlowe. Sam Marlowe missing the game against the French, a stomping victory, and key performer in that game, Maddie Hollick, opted not to be played in this game. Sure, Tim Dale's got his reasons, just finding the right fit for these teams. Long wait by Sophia trying to get them into a false start and get somebody sent out of the pool. Sam Marlowe, great presence on the bottom, just trying to keep the puck into the centre. This looks like a goal for Great Britain, and it was made by Diana Sorella, the number 8. We're just going to check for validation, and yes, Great Britain win. Oh, it's number 3. They've given it to Sam Marlowe, but looked like Diana Sorella to me with that big punch through, which is what really got to the goal. So maybe just not making it all the way into the goal volume and finished off by Sam Marlowe. But however we go, great move by the British squad. And the crowd looks so excited. And we're underway once again. Under the water we go. Colombia the first one to this, beating Fiona Maynard there, just turned upside down. Fiona seeing if she can get into a position to back tackle before returning to the surface, as now play goes over towards the far side of the court. Nice move down the far side wall by the Great Britain squad, but this is likely to come back for a play, and it's going to be, Veronique stating to unsportsmanlike conduct. And it's Rachel Bell, the Great Britain captain, who's being sent out here. 2 minutes for unsportsmanlike conduct, most likely being a dangerous flick or leading with the head there down that back wall. So tough times there for Great Britain. They're going to have to defend the next couple of minutes with a player down. Rachel time not starting until the buzzer goes. New tournament rules. So the drive with 5 begins for Great Britain. Need to have some resolute defending similar to what the Colombians showed in their first game of this competition. As they drive down the centre, beautifully timed challenge there by Claire Randall. Taking a time, coming underneath the Great Britain subs bin, which is to more of an advantage to them, so they can get fresh players in more often. As Alyssa Oates dives down, getting ahead of Sophia Tapper, just waiting for the puck. But the Colombians down in the more numbers. They try and break off the wall here, but we have another stoppage. Advantage was being played by Veronique. No, by Anton Williams. They'll not like it if I get messed up. So, going for Columbia on the 45-degree drive. Alyssa Oates heading straight, giving her the eyes, forcing her to go wide. It's seen out to the centre of the goal, and it's seen out to the far side of the goal, going underneath Veronique. But Veronique has seen a foul. And this one is going in favour of Great Britain. Stick foul as she was trying to clear the goal there. So, this all helping Great Britain as Rachel Bell's time penalty just gets lower and lower and lower. 40 seconds now left on that time clock, so she'll be in about the 8-minute mark. Keep an eye on your screens for that. Play out towards the far side. Flicked onto the wall, yes. Hey, it's long days here. It's long days here for a referee. Play coming down the centre of the pool. Colombian with the drive. 3 bodies down for Great Britain as we have another stoppage. At the touch of the puck, Rachel Bell is going to be in. Don't be surprised for Great Britain to bring it towards this near side, towards the bulkhead where Rachel Bell's currently sitting. You can't see it on your camera as we zoom in on Alyssa Oates and Fiona Maynard. Great resilience there for Great Britain to perform without their captain and star back, Rachel Bell. Can you see Maddie Hollick and Nicola Yates watching on? And here goes Sophia Tapper, electing to go towards the substitute bench side. Interesting call there. But now you see Rachel Bell at the top of your picture just coming in and back into position. Getting straight down onto the bottom. Trying to take it off her own player. But just to have that controlling presence and say, right, I'm in. If you need to get out, let one of the forwards back in and we then drive as a team. 6-on-6 hockey once again. 7:27 remaining in the second half. Chance to break out for GB, but she's stopped by an amazing tackle by the Colombians, just putting the stick down underneath her body and getting straight onto the puck. Good job there by Columbia. Trying to break out here is Kim Mokes. Kim Mokes manages to find a GB player with space to swim. Looks like it could be Fiona Maynard. Fiona Maynard got a player inside her. Looks like Sophia Tapper. Sophia Tapper now on the puck. Keeping possession really well. Trying to find the puck's way through. Getting it to Charlie Cooper, but she's not able to, and Columbia clear it out to their side. Dangerous move by GB, coming at a brilliant time after they were under so much pressure, and that's been rewarded with an advantage puck. Sophia Tapper hit with the stick as she tries to turn, and the Colombian coach looks like he's wanting to use his timeout for the second half. And that's been acknowledged by Jad from Belgium. Yeah, I know, another yawn. So, illegal use of the glove is stated in this time. Jean here just seeming to say that, you know, this player's on a warning. Maybe somebody's going to be coming out here. We don't know just yet. 40 seconds left in the white timeout. Right, 15 seconds. We're all set and ready to go with this advantage puck. We'll cut underwater nice and early to see what formation the team's going in. Great Britain all set above the puck. It's going to be a 3-line drive. Alyssa Oates is lined up over the top. Alyssa Oates gets it. Doesn't choose to flick, tries to force it through. Fiona Maynard to the outside and Charlie Cooper to the other. Nice drive round and back for GB. Needs to get the flick away, opting not to, seeing it as dangerous. Diana Sorella making sure she stays in the pool rather than going out for a dangerous flick. Stick foul there on Rachel Bell, possibly. Looks like Nathan Whelan was playing an advantage out the back there. He's on the far side of the pool. But it's a ref timeout being called by Jean as Colombian number 4. So it's CMAS. Nathan Whelan just saying that there was action being taken. Advantage to Great Britain. And we'll cut underwater. Nice flick and chase. But it's cut out well by the Colombians, just defending their tray for their lives at the moment. And it's cleared out by the Colombians, but it's Veronique who's giving the call on the far side. Oh, and it's against Great Britain, unfortunately. Colombia let off once again as the clock kicks down. 5 minutes 47 left in the second half. Not the type of game the Great Britain girls want to be playing. Just the way that it's stopping and starting, and they're not able to use their fitness to overcome the Colombians' bottom time. Really need a lot more space in the pool, or to be able to alternate the drives. As we see Charlie Cooper win back the puck, lays it off to Diana Sorella. Diana Sorella flicks it across to Fiona Maynard. Fiona Maynard trying to get it to one of her teammates, but she's unable to. They're all on the surface, and we've got a break on now for Colombia. Make sure we don't foul here. Rachel Bell has gone in onto the outside, and then Claire Randall coming down at the right time, and now Fiona Maynard takes it across towards her substitute area, just pinning it on the side. Classic Great Britain reset. You can see Tim Dale down, and now the fresh bodies come in for Great Britain to try and push and get a new drive going on. Spit it off towards the centre of the pool. It's almost done so. Sophia Tapper there coming in and making an immediate impact on the puck coming off the subs bench. Colombia trying to circle it off, get it off the wall. Great Britain immediately put it back on, finding it off and passing it to Claire Randall there. Claire Randall unable to make any progress. And it's Colombia now who come away with it. They bring it off the wall, but we've got a stoppage in the play. As much as this stoppage is going to interrupt the type of game for Great Britain, every time the play stops until we get to that last 2 minutes, the clock doesn't. So Great Britain will be happy to see these seconds ticking away. Anton Williams there, the referee from New Zealand, in the centre of your picture. Under the water we go. It's Great Britain who begin with the puck, and it's a nice flick forward, unable to go through first of all. And it's the Colombians starting to put together a nice drive, electing to go down the wall, unusual tactic. Colombians normally trying to bring it into the centre of the pool, but obviously being told they're not having much luck with that. Try something different. 4 minutes or less remain in the first half, and it's second half. And we've got, it's almost a clear breathing room for Charlie Cooper. If she'd have got away there, I don't think anyone would have caught her. Anton Williams saying it's illegally controlled there by the Colombian team, and it's going to be advantage puck to Great Britain. And now Tim Dale takes his time out as we cut now back to the audience to see everybody that's watching there. You can see Captain Carl at the end of that seat. Andrew Stillwell still leaning over the front balcony. There's Lee Beard, Al Hickey, Richard Adams, all the men's masters team up. So we've got 3 minutes 30 seconds left in this second half. 40 seconds left, 20 seconds left of the timeout. Now we're hoping that Great Britain can just see out this game. They've had a lot of preparation and training for this since what happened in Egger back in 2013, and we're all set and ready to go. GB supporters getting into their voice, and anyone else supporting. 4 different nations four different continents, in fact, competing in this ladies' elite semi-finals. We've got Great Britain representing Europe, Colombia representing South America, South Africa representing Africa, and New Zealand for Oceania. So nice that, there's a wide spread throughout the semi-final stage. Only 2 teams can go through, though, at the moment. It looks like Great Britain is going to be one of those teams. They will play the winner of the match that follows, New Zealand versus South Africa. Stay tuned to that if you want to see what Great Britain might be coming up against. Guaranteed to be a great game. New Zealand with a slight possible edge in the way that they've been playing throughout this competition. First time these two teams will have met though at the competition, as they were both in separate groups and both qualified as top of their group, so having a rest day previously, and it's a quick take by Great Britain, taking it straight onto the wall. Really disciplined approach by Great Britain, staying on the wall throughout this game, driving and driving and driving. No sin bins yet, but referees seem to have a good control of the game. Nobody's getting frustrated, and as it comes off, they come off out of the corner on a 45, straight into the Great Britain pack, but unable to do anything with it are the Great Britain squad. Great Britain trying to get into the corner and disrupt Colombia's flow to try and bring the puck out. We're into the last 2 minutes, so the clock's going to stop every time the buzzer goes, unless it's a goal, and then time will continue. Another goal right now for Great Britain would be fantastic and would mean that it's out of reach for the Colombians, but we have a stoppage. 1 minute 41 shown on the clock. The referee is looking for number 10. Is he looking for number 10 of Colombia? He is. He's looking for number 10 of Colombia. This might be the first sending out for the Colombians. It's advantage being played to Great Britain. So we're going to finish for the next minute. We've got a 6-on-5. And we're going to have a good minute of 6-on-5 followed by 40 seconds. And it's going to be a full minute because that player out will not get any time bonus when the play stops. Great Britain trying to drive it down the centre. We have another stoppage. Clock on 1:27. Advantage to Great Britain. Illegal knockdown indicated by Anton Williams and Nathan Whelan. Oh, seems like number 10's out for 2 minutes. Number 10 out 2 minutes. So Colombia's seeing out the rest of this game with 5. Great Britain have to make sure they guard out over the back, making sure that if Colombia get the puck, they don't have any space to swim. That will be the job. Looks like it's going to be Claire Randall's job in this instance. Big flick forward by Sophia Tapper. It's on towards a goal, and this could be another goal for Great Britain. Sam Marlowe hugs Sophia Tapper, and it's a second goal to Great Britain with 1 minute and 14 left. Great Britain are going through to their final, the first final they've been in since Egger 2013. Who they'll play at, we don't know. Crowd very happy for that to go in, and it's another goal for Sam Marlowe, making a big impact in this game. Colombia get ready to go. We've got a minute left in the game. Colombia are going to be finishing this game with 5 regardless. Under the water we go. Fiona Maynard, the first to the puck, knocks it back behind the Colombians. They're unable to make a drive to start with. It comes out wide. Great Britain able to put the pressure on. If Great Britain were to concede here, not to worry, time would expire before the puck would be reset. As Charlie Cooper now tries to break, finds a player on the inside. It's Alyssa Rhodes. Alyssa Rhodes busting down the middle. She's got to the 10. Not able to make it to the 5. Underbody lateral. Finding space in the pool. That's Fiona Maynard. Fiona Maynard not able to get to the goal. Great Britain are putting great offensive pressure on in the closing stage of this game. And it's a third goal for Great Britain. Charlie Cooper putting in the final touches. Applauded by her teammate Fiona Maynard. And as we cut to the stands, we can just see Great Britain really happy. We're going to count down the clock here maybe. No. What a boring bunch of guys. But there we have it. The final score in this match. Great Britain 3, Colombia 0. Scoreline not really projecting the overall play in that game, as it's a close 1-0 goal for the rest of it. Great Britain definitely deserved a second, maybe a third, but a bit more punishment towards the end of that game. So, great final score, Great Britain 3, Colombia 0. Stick around because I know I'll be definitely doing some interviews for this one. Any requests of which player you want interviewed, just put them in the comments section and I'll try and sort that out in the next couple of minutes. at the end of it, I'll probably give you like, so what's your one word that summarises your performance and how do you feel about being in the finals? That'll be your last one. I'm just expecting you to just go yeah. Okay, so I am now joined by two of Great Britain's younger members. We've got Alyssa Oates and Fiona Maynard. Girls, how was that as an experience coming over Colombia, who you lost to originally in the opening stages of the tournament?
It's just so good because both of us never got to a final before. It just means so much knowing that everyone's down supporting each other. We lost to them first time, but we won when it matters.
Liz, first question going to you mainly. So you had your goal disallowed. I'm not going to ask if it was or not. It could well have been not included as a goal. But how was it psychologically for you to get back from that? Because it seemed like then you lost the pressure in the game and you were getting put back. Were you able to deal with that well, you think?
Well, it's always hard getting disallowed a goal, but I think it spurred us on more. We got three good team goals, so it worked well.
Fiona, this is your first experience playing with the elite. How are you finding the big step up to this level of hockey and what's prepared you for this?
Well, I thought it was going to be really hard, but the girls have made it so much easier because like, everyone's really lovely. And I think what made it easy was that the coaches at home, because they all everyone at home supporting, and all the players at home supporting, and all my family. Big love, Vicky, Phil, and Charlotte. Big love, big love.
Liz, is there anything you want to say to anyone back home since Fee's already done that?
Yeah. Big shout out to Mum and Leah and Adam, of course, watching all the games, even when he's camping. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm Matthew. Love you, Matthew.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a question about your coach, because obviously you had a very convincing win yesterday against the French. Not many people saw that coming, not by the big scoreline anyway, 5-0, but absolutely fantastic. And obviously he's made a change to that team, bringing Sam Marlowe in. Obviously very effective, she's getting 2 goals. What do you think of his style as a coach and the way that he prepares you for the games and deals with that preparation?
Personally, I've never felt more prepared for a game with Tim as our coach, all the way up from the 2 years that we've had in this game, in this tournament. It's led us really well. The decisions that he makes, anyone that could have been in the pool would have won that game. Doesn't matter. 2 girls on the side would have smashed it as well.
Fiona, same question.
Yeah, I feel really prepared for all these games. He tells us that after the French game, you've got to forget what's been before. So obviously we're all really hyped about that game, but we forgot all about that and just focused on the present. And I feel like that worked in our favour a lot.
Obviously, a lot of preparation to come for you, but whilst you can enjoy the experience, how is it that you feel? Have you got anything that you'd say to summarise the emotions and just how hyped you are right now?
Yeah!
Little dance too. Thanks very much, girls. You go off, enjoy this while you can, and then obviously prepare well, and good to see you for tomorrow's final. Absolutely excellent. Coming up later in the day, hopefully we've got a Great Britain men's team that will be in their final. I'm going to pass over now to my Colombian counterpart from the Spanish channel, and he's got an interview with one of his players.
Bueno, estamos acá en el Campeonato Mundial de Hockey Subacuático. Estamos con Natalia Buritica Diosa. Natalia, cuéntanos pues qué se siente, cómo estás, qué crees que pasó en el partido. Cuéntanos.
Pues estamos muy tranquilas porque creemos que como equipo logramos hacer muchísimas cosas, seguir el plan de juego que teníamos pues como organizado con el entrenador. Nos faltó definir y hacer los goles cuando los teníamos que hacer porque estuvimos encima muchísimas veces, pero no, estamos muy tranquilas y ahora con cabeza más fría para poder defender ese tercer puesto que todavía tenemos oportunidad de llevarnos la medalla para la casa.
Claro que sí, toda medalla es muy bien recibida en Colombia.
Claramente.
Ustedes son nuestras heroínas en este mundial. ¿Quieres saludar a alguien allá en Colombia?
Pues saludar a mis papás, a toda mi familia que estaba muy pendiente, a todos los familiares, a toda la gente del club que ha estado muy pendiente viéndonos, animándonos, escribiéndonos. Siempre toda la bonita energía es súper bien recibida y créanos que son nuestra barra oficial favorita y eso nos llena de mucho orgullo poder representar y llevar estos colores, este nombre. Y ojalá poder llevar la medalla de bronce esta vez al país.
Que así sea. Muchas gracias a todos por seguirnos y hasta mañana. Chao, chao.